Good morning, everybody. It's morning here in America. It's morning in my game where Trey Sterling has just gotten engaged. This is end of the last episode. And so he's thinking, hey, I might as well just go ahead and move him in, right? I might as well go ahead and move him in. Let's move Patrick in. The big benefit there is I can finally lock the door. Keep mom and dad out. Dad doesn't come in nearly as much as mom, but keep them out. Not have to kill anybody. Not have to kill anybody at all. Which will be great because that could be, that gets awkward at weddings when you've killed the mother of the other groom or bride or, whatever. So, we seal the deal with a kiss and then I get right around to sealing the door. So, big benefit already to getting married. Now, we're getting married for money, of course. Well, and love. I know he loves Patrick, but we're getting married for money and a locked front door. So, two big benefits there to marriage in The Sims. So when I do that, I think, hey, I really should go in and work with Patrick and maybe make sure he's got a wardrobe in place because I made him, but I just kind of threw him together once for this storyline. I'd actually forgotten that he's a spellcaster, and I think that's going to come in handy. I'm going to try. I don't think of that right off the bat. Right off the bat, I'm just like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe he's kind of a spellcaster. Going through here, you can see a lot of the clothes from this new pack. I dress him in a lot of stuff from the new pack. But, so at first, I'm not thinking anything about him really being a spellcaster. But then later, I start to think, I get a couple of pissy clients who just for no reason, I've never even met them. I've never even made them mad yet. Walk in a bad mood. I mean, one of them you can obviously tell, he's tired. He's thinking about his pillow. It's not my fault. Why is he there then? Who told him to set up an appointment to have his shop, was a cafe, remodeled when he's normally taking a nap? Not me. So anyway, I'm thinking, hey, that might come in handy. Then we go through and kind of, like I said, pick out his clothes, make sure his hair matches, from outfit to outfit. And I kind of get him in line. And then I also decide maybe I'm going to change his traits around a little bit because, Patrick's becoming kind of a reformed character up until this point. Turns out he does have the kleptomaniac traits because I didn't know his traits. It's kleptomaniac and paranoid and hot-headed. I didn't really see the paranoid and hot-headed that much, but looking back, I can kind of remember a few times, he kind of acted on that. Mostly, I'm thinking that he and Trey had a conversation. And Patrick explained that he's not really stealing. He's not stealing. He's just borrowing things without permission and with the intention of never taking it back. See, it just depends what your definition is. So he's not really stealing, but Trey thinks, you seem like kind of a mischievous person. Maybe you're just a little mischievous. So instead of being a kleptomaniac, maybe we become a goofball instead, right? Someone who's just very playful. He didn't steal things just to be mean and support himself, keep from living on the streets. He did it because he's just a playful guy. So anyway, we're going to change that around coming up. And we're going to change... Paranoid's kind of the same way. I figure he's paranoid mostly just because, he's living hand to mouth. He's worried he's going to live on the streets, right? He's worried he's going to live on the streets. So... I dropped that one, and I dropped hot-headed. I haven't seen a whole lot of evidence of him being hot-headed, and so I dropped that, and I make that instead good. And here's my thinking on that. The very first time they met, which was kind of a harbinger of things to come, the very first time Trey and Patrick met, well, Patrick went in and took out his garbage. He walked in, got his garbage, took his garbage out. I thought, that's kind of indicative of a good personality, of a good person. And someone who wants to help, someone who's helpful. So I also give him the family traits, or he wants to raise the best kid or something like that, whatever it is. And I think, because maybe that's just Patrick's problem. He just hasn't had this opportunity yet to be the person he's meant to be. So now that's why I changed. And I think it kind of fits more with what he's been doing anyway. Because like I said, I didn't really see a whole lot of evidence of hot-headedness. He did yell at the cat once. But mostly he just seems kind of goofy and kind of like a good person. And he's very outgoing. Outgoing really fit more than paranoid as well because he does seem to interact with people easily, and he was always there waiting when I got home, and da-da-da-da-da. I also gave him, as you saw, some likes and dislikes. He likes the color blue. I remember that. I think I give him also that he likes to cook. Since I give him the family aspiration, I go back and I give him that he likes to cook. I don't know. Maybe something else? I don't know. Isn't that terrible? I mean, we have likes and dislikes, so I went through and punched a bunch of them, and I don't even remember what they are. He likes pop music. That one, and blue. So, we're set, and the first boyfriend kind of says, hey, you want to go to the romance festival with me? And I'm like, you know what? No, I don't. I just got engaged. I'm going to hold off, at least today, from cheating on my fiance, future husband. And I decided, let's go on vacation instead. I have to take a day off because I got a promotion, so I have to take a day off. So let's go have a night at Batuu World, kind of my theme park. It is obviously the Journey to Batuu kit, but I use it as a theme park, kind of like Westworld, where you just really get into your character and you kind of play like you're a character in this real world, right? And the first thing you do, this is the first time that either one of them have visited. So the first thing you really do when you get there is you go pick out your outfit, which I kind of left them basically in their kind of default Batuu outfit that they arrived in. The one thing I do change on Trey is I change his scarf to the color blue because Patrick likes blue. So Trey's like, I think I'll change the scarf to blue like that, right? And then they go eat. That's the other thing that you do right off the bat is you go eat. It's kind of a rabbit hole, kind of. You order your food as a rabbit hole, then you eat outside, which is the same as Disney World. They also have a big outside area to eat there at the Ronto Roaster. And so I send them outside to eat after picking out some new clothes, doing some shopping, getting into character. And they're super cute. They're super cute together. And I don't know, but that shot particularly, I just thought was really, that's one of the reasons why I love The Sims 4, is because that shot there with Patrick, it looks really real. The Sims do have more of an emotional component, kind of tugs at your heartstrings. This is their room. I built this room. I built this room and added it onto the cantina. And there's another larger sort of apartment type of room downstairs underneath the cantina. Although I arranged that so it looks like it has an outdoor view as well. But I wanted them to be able to stay not in a rabbit hole, but more of a real room, like a hotel room. So this is their room. It's kind of small, but it has a fantastic view of the Millennium Falcon. So I'm thinking if you've ever been to Disney World, yeah, you might get a small room, but maybe you get a really fantastic view. And in fact, when I was here with them, I kind of thought, maybe I'm going to change the bed to the other side of the room so you could see the Falcon through the windows. I don't know why that hasn't occurred to me yet, but it did this time. The next morning, Patrick's up first. He's up early. I figured that also makes sense. He's probably really excited. Probably hasn't been in a lot of places in his life. This is his first time to get to go here to Batuu World. And so they get ready and they head over to the cantina and have some breakfast. And I've also redone the cantina. I put a place for toddlers to play outside. I put a place for a photo opportunity, both in keeping with Disney World. And also a place to get blue milk if you want that. They're having oatmeal, though. They're having I can't remember the name of it, but it's essentially oatmeal. Has some fruits and crap in it. It's good. It's good. I had that at Disney World. It is good. But that's what they're having is oatmeal. And then you can see, I normally when you zoom in inside the cantina, it has these curved walls that disappear and it's just a plain wall behind it. So I kind of changed that in here and dressed it up with some stuff from the pack. I also put in a video game machine so they can kind of pretend they're in a spaceship, sort of. But see all the stuff there on the flat wall, that's all stuff I added, just so it would continue to kind of look like that too. So I kind of did a selection of Batuu artifacts, right? Again, that's really in keeping with Disney. A lot of places would be decorated up like that. And they play some sabak, which is the local game, and talk about how much they love each other. Isn't that cute? I love that. And I sort of think, well, maybe I'll complete a little bit of the first beginning kind of mission, which all the first mission is kind of getting you used to how things work in the area, if you want to. If you've been there, you really don't have to do it. But I send them over to the First Order District, which I also heavily remodeled. You can tell here right off the back, I set up a hotel lobby desk and a pavilion out front because this also operates as a hotel and a restaurant, but it still also operates exactly how it's supposed to in the game. So you have to do missions as part of the First Order. and it also still operates exactly like that. Neither one of those lots that I changed, they both still act like they're supposed to in the game. But this is kind of downstairs. I built out what I consider the Celestial Pyroclastium, the First Order cruise ship, which is actually a warship in disguise as a cruise ship because they're getting ready to take over Batuu. That's my in-game story. But this is a cruise ship, and it's kind of based on the idea that Disney is doing called the Halcyon, which is going to be their sort of 2-day immersive hotel experience where you feel like you're on a cruise ship, right? So I thought, let's do that here. Let's do it too. My version. And right off the bat, like Trey goes to the bathroom and Patrick somehow gets detained. Gets detained by the First Order, and he decides to handle it in kind of the good old-fashioned way, which is to beat the crap out of that police officer. And it ends kind of like it normally ends for people who try to beat the crap out of a police officer. He gets his ass kicked. And then the police officer or First Order officer goes over and just kicks the ass of the other person too. She's had it. She's had enough of this shit. You know, you're on First Order territory now. This is how they do things. She kicks both their asses, but I do get released. And, you know, I'm like, there's Trey. Oh my God, it was awful. I got beat up. No, it's just for fun. Like I said, it's like Westworld. It's like Westworld. So, you know, they're talking about it. And she goes over and kicks someone else's ass. So like, I guess she's like Officer Kick Ass. You know, officer, don't fuck with me. I'm going to kick your ass. And that person does get arrested. Off they go. Bye. So they're talking and hanging out, and it is getting late. My time's going a lot faster than I thought. So we go back to the cantina, and we go back up to the Ronto Roaster, and we're going to get like a dessert. You know, I actually was going to take part of it home, and it ended up spoiling, so I couldn't take it home. I mean, I did take it home, but I left it in inventory too long, and it ended up spoiling. But we get it here, and this also helps Patrick kind of work through that very first mission. I mean, I don't really care if he got it done, but I figure over time, if we go back, yeah, we might do some regular missions and play more in character. Earn some money there. I'd love to get a robot and a lightsaber and all that crap, which is a lot of fun to do there. It's a lot of fun to do at Disney World, too. In fact, my best time at Disney World was in, Batuu. It was in Batuu, or Galaxy's Edge, as they call it, as well. That's where I had the most fun at Disney World, was there. You know, the whole trip. So it was a lot of fun there. My son and I did build robots and made lightsabers, and we had a really great time of it. But it's getting late, and I decide, well, maybe I should send them home instead of spending another night there, because I don't know how the job is going to work the next morning. If we're on a vacation world, I don't know if it'll pull me out to go to work, so I figure, why risk it? I need the money. So that's my montage at the end of kind of some pictures they took while they were there. I figure those are the shots, you know, you get when you go on to like Disney World or a cruise ship or something. Those are kind of their pictures. So they go home, they go to bed. The next morning we go up, it's time to design. This is my very first commercial location and my second starting glitch. Now, I had my first job, I had a starting glitch. This is number 12, I think. I'm going to say 12. It could be 13, but I think it's 12. And on number 12 here, I have another starting glitch where the owner does not show up. And I kind of decided to wing it and go ahead and just do it like I did the first time. But looking back, I've kind of thought, hey, you know, in the future, I might just leave the lot, go to that person's home, make brief friends with them, go back to the lot, and then just call them to the lot and try to question them that way. And also in that original time, the original time I had that glitch, I left the lot and then came back for a reason. I was going to go on a date instead of working on my job. And I ended up, they did show up when I kind of respawned again. So I might try that again. I did not think of it here. I just kind of jumped into the job, which I was doing pretty conventionally. Oh, let's change some colors. Let's do this. Let's do that. Then I decided, let's just change a lot of stuff. And I go in and I get rid of the tables and I decide instead of doing, I like to think this is Patrick's idea. Instead of doing just a conventional like vending cafe, let's do a vending lounge, like a vending club, and a sort of place you can come and get stuff and hang out for a little while. And so that's kind of where I start moving with this, is a lot of banquet seating and trying to upmarket the image. Now, it's a little crowded in the end, but I still think it looks good. I still really like it. And it does have more of a sort of, to me, clubby type of feel. Not exactly a nightclub, but kind of a lounge, kind of a place to hang out. And so that's what I do. Spoiler alert. It doesn't go well. He doesn't love it. Spoiler alert. But I like it. I think it looks really cool. I mean, like, I love this seating. To me, I kind of came at it with this thought of the milk bar from Clockwork Orange. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Clockwork Orange. It's a really, really old movie. And it's kind of a weird sort of, can't remember who made it. Kubrick made it, I guess. And it's a weird dystopian sort of look at English society. It's kind of a futuristic, sort of near future film from the time it was made. Not near from our future. The world's probably already ended by that point, given the way the film was going. But they go to this bar called a milk bar, where you get this sort of fortified milk. And so I came at it kind of design-wise a little bit, just a little bit like that. You'd have to see the film. It's not really like that, but with the white, I guess, is where I'm going with that. Anyway, long story short, I put in banquet seating and kind of go through and change the floors a little bit, and then add some decorative stuff. You know, I want to put in a few plants. You know, before it was very industrial looking. Let's soften it up. Let's throw in a few plants, maybe some decorative stuff. Maybe he'll like that, the client. Maybe he'll, whoever it ends up being. I really don't know. It is a he. That's why I said that. It ends up being just a single guy. And fuck him. Because he doesn't like it. But I think it looks good. I mean, like I said, it definitely was a change. Again, you only have so much budget. I did stay within budget. Now, I stayed within the budget where I didn't just move the stuff to another part of the lot. There was no place to move it. The lot was taken up. I couldn't build a basement and move it all downstairs. So I pretty much was under this thing where I felt like, well, I just have to sell it anyway. And I'll sell it and I'll make a big change. I'll make a big, big change here, which I did. And so I couldn't do absolutely everything I wanted to do, but I did a lot. And kind of, you know, set up some planters, set up some flowers, set up the location. I changed out the garbage cans, put in like the one that pays you money. And we're almost done. I think this is like the last thing I do here. And I want you to watch this guy when he gets here. This Victor Fang, whatever his name is. I mean, you can tell he's just in a bad mood. Just when he gets there, just like Yellow Dress. Now, Yellow Dress Lady from the duplex, she had a reason. We hate each other. I mean, she does not like me. So I get that. I don't know what this guy's problem was, but I call him. I take the after shots. You know, look at that. Look at that. He's like kicking his foot. What did he expect me to do? Bulldoze Hope? Maybe he did expect me to bulldoze Hope Building. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he was upset that it's still open to the outside, or I really don't care. He was not there to give guidance, which again, I kind of felt like did fit. A lot of corporations will have you redo stuff and they don't really give you a lot of guidance, and then they come along and they're kind of like, this really wasn't what we were thinking. Really? Because this is exactly what I always do, and you didn't say anything different. So I take him inside. This is the reveal. I mean, again, I think it looks good. I kind of like the change. Maybe, thinking on it, maybe I could have changed the outside. Part of it was, this is my building. Okay, I built this to begin with. And I didn't want to change it. I wanted it to, I liked it the way it was. So I don't want to change it that much, This is in my storylines in the RM Cascadian. And so I don't want to change it that much. But I go in and I show him around, I show him stuff. You can see him just stomping around, just like, just pissed off. He's just not happy. Just stomp around the place, make it evident, he's not having a good day. Well, whatever. I'm not having a good day either. I've been in this building in the rain all day doing this work, working my fingers to the bone. So we talk a little bit. I try to put him in a better mood, thinking, oh my God, maybe if I can get him in a better mood, things will go better. No, it doesn't work. Even Patrick goes over, hey, it's okay. It's okay. I get it. Yeah, your girlfriend said you were lousy in bed. It happens to people. Not to me. It's never happened to me. But hey, it happens. So anyway, I get his verdict. It's bad. We get no money. Get a drop in reputation. Like I said, okay, fine. I do hang around. I try to, get his opinion coming up here. I come like, okay, so I maybe try to talk some sense into him. Maybe try to learn a little bit about future likes and dislikes in case I get to come back and he's not there again. Although I'm going to try my other way. I'm going to try that way of just going and getting him, right? And I also think, well, I need to develop Patrick's magic. And maybe he could have just cast a spell on him like, you're in a good mood, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to give it a shot. Like I used the toddler in Batuu when I was doing my Batuu adventures. Toddler worked totally great with keeping people distracted. So maybe Patrick can use magic to make people like these designs, right? And we go home, and I'm just checking to make sure my juice initiative is still on track. It is. Still got 12 votes. It's got the most votes. So totally, that makes me happy. But here's the thing. I made no money, and I got my bills again. That happened last time. The last time I didn't get paid anything. Now, granted, I kind of threw that one, although I did do a design that was kind of within what they wanted, just not the whole level. I got zero pay. I got, a negative reputation, and I got my bills that day. Same thing here. This is the second time it's happened. I got no pay. And then I go home, and there's also bills due. So like the game just kind of adds insult to injury. It's like, yeah, you didn't get paid anything. Oh, and here's your bills. Here you go. But yeah, pay up. So I look for a new gig, and I find one that I think, oh, this will be kind of easy. It's just a living room. Let's go do that. And it's got a good enough budget. And I think, yeah, that'll be cool. So I do end up choosing the living room. This goes on a little long here, waiting for me to decide, but that's what I choose. And it's pretty much done. I just sit down at the table and cry. I'm just upset. But thank you for watching. To next time, oh my gosh, wait till we get there. You can see right here. Here's a hint. Here's a clue. It is in Sulani on my snow globe lot, which is the snow globe that, when you shook it, the volcano went off and it spilled hot lava everywhere. So yeah, we get a lot with, the only thing on it is a snow globe, oozing hot lava that we can't delete. And we need to build a living room again where we can't use walls or floors. So that's the big surprise for next time. And also, I don't know, I might see other big, there's another really big, I don't know if it'll be in the next video, but there's another build with the pancakes coming up. Yeah. And so we're going to do that as well coming up. And also, I think I am going to take Patrick to Glimmerbrook because he's not very far along in his magical career. So I think we're going to go to Glimmerbrook on vacation and see what I can do about doing something to help the two of us, Patrick and I together, out. And coming up eventually, the next time, I don't think it's next time. No, it's not next time. But coming up eventually, we get married. For now, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.